Now he's finished for sure. That old geezer caused way too much trouble. However, at that very moment, something caught Tanya's eye, and a frown returned to her face. Through the cloud of dust, a glow was peeking out, a faint radiance, something like a small cocoon of fire. It can't be. Still, how did he survive? Tanya frowned at her own thoughts. She noticed that at the last second, the barrier he had set up suddenly collapsed, shrinking into a single point. Is that some kind of defensive technique? Interesting. I want it. He definitely needs to be taken alive before he kicks the bucket for good. As she pondered this, her eyes remained fixed on the sword. She called up its status along with the notification windows that had popped up mid-battle. System alert. Warning, the user has reached a 51% overall energy affinity. System alert. Warning, your evolution index is in the process of transforming to a new rank, C. System alert. Warning, you have completed the mission. Experience gained. Equipment rank C. Excalibur of swiftness. Characteristics. Base physical stats X2. Restoration. Magical and physical energy can be fully restored. Rank C quest received. Collect all 7 items of the Holy Sword Excalibur set. Whoa, what is all this? All I did was pick up a sword. Well, no time to deal with this now. The main thing is that my mana and stamina are almost fully restored. Casting a final glance at the now completely extinguished spark of flame, Tanya rushed down toward her subordinates. Losses. I knew it was to be expected, but still. Covering 200 meters in a heartbeat, she hit the ground. Less than a second later, the smug face of the priest popped up right in front of her nose. Wow, that was awesome, boss. Just incredible. Boss, is that your new style or something? Doesn't matter. Now isn't the time. Tanya pushed the annoying thing aside. She began to assess the situation. Casualties were high. A lump formed in her throat. Losses? Tanya started with the main thing. 5 wounded, Ane-san, number 1 reported, but the other 3, and number 0 is here. He pointed to a strange block of ice nearby. 0 was completely encased in ice. So, boss, I'm finally convinced that I made the best decision of my— Just shut up already. Tanya's fist landed squarely in the stomach of this annoying fly. Ka! Finally, he went silent. Leaning over to Freed, Tanya grabbed him by the hair. Answer me, what happened over there? Boss, as you ordered, I moved all the soldiers from there as well as your brother. He got a rough deal too. He pointed to a body wearing a goth lolly dress. Tanya froze. This so-called brother was dressed in a magical girl dress. Who is this? Tanya's tone dropped by several dozen degrees. Well, your brother, like you ordered, right? This creature, Tanya pointed a finger at the body, is my brother? Did he really? Tanya grabbed him by the throat. Who did you bring me? Boss, just for the record, your brother couldn't happen to be a black-haired idiot about 17 with a stupid face and a sacred gear in the form of a red gaunt— Ka! A kick landed right in his solar plexus. Tanya immediately turned and took to the air. Damn idiot, useless piece of trash! How could he mistake my brother for that? The roar of the wind echoed in her ears as she raced toward the coordinates of the second group. Damn it! I just hope I'm in time. The world before her eyes began to distort. With a sharp surge of energy from the sword, the wings behind her back blazed like a miniature sun. Boom! An aerial crack echoed. The world before her eyes became a solid line. No way! Did I just break the sound barrier? In just a couple of seconds, she covered a distance of about 2 kilometers. 2 figures appeared ahead, one in a white robe, approaching another figure sitting on the ground, her brother, Issei. Events accelerated. The sword in her hand flared with new power. Thud. Slash. Space exploded with golden sparks. Tanya literally slammed into the figure in white. Boom! The ground beneath us was ripped out by the roots. The recoil of the explosion threw her back a dozen meters. Remarkably, after a quick self-inspection, she realized she was completely unharmed. The celebration didn't last long, however, as her gaze fell upon the stupidly elongated face of her brother. "What are you just sitting there for, brother? Haven't checked out the afterlife in a while?"